Well, can you believe it? Where were we like 5 minutes ago? I mean, can you believe it? You know, I've got the same statement that you have. So it's broken whilst we were on air doing that live. I've looked down at my phone. I have the same statement that you guys have. The Ring has learned that IBF heavyweight world champion Daniel Dubois is sick and currently being evaluated by the doctor. A replacement is being pursued in the event that he doesn't pass the medical. So that's the key word, isn't it? This fight isn't off yet, but we do know that a doctor is on his way, if he's not already there, to see Daniel Dubois. Frank Warren is down in a huddle below me. I went and just jumped in that huddle and said that I'm coming on here. He said that they will await the evaluation from the doctor. Daniel Dubois will not be travelling to the press conference tonight. So we will not see Daniel Dubois. He is sick. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I can't quite believe we're in this situation. People get sick all the time, but what sort of light can you shed on the conversations that you've been having with people? I mean, I should just say we shouldn't speculate. We have to wait to see what the doctor says. But in this eventuality, you start to think like...
Yeah, and some fake news popped up a couple of days ago. We said, like, it's fake news. Nah, this is rubbish. Then, ironically, this pops out today.
Yeah, and that news was related to Floyd Schofield, not to the main event.
Yeah, exactly. Not and so therefore now you're thinking, is it true? Is it false? Everybody was shocked. All the little reporters there thinking this can't be a fact. A friend of mine was speaking to Don Charles this morning. He was in high spirits, saying, "Don, you're coming to the press conference." He said, "No, I'm letting Daniel do the talking." So this is fresh news. Unless you know what, it's a red herring. Unless I'm all right, I'll turn up to fight. I don't know. But what if he doesn't fight? What do we do? It's not the top of the bill. It's still a great bill. Would they be able to get somebody in to stand in at short notice for Josie Parker? At this late stage, I'd be very surprised. But if they do, depending on how long they knew about this, you could get someone like Martin Bacoli. Again, makes the fight exciting, but... And you know, Alexander Usyk's come today. AJ's in on Saturday night, but it's just pure speculation. We've got to get some fact. Frank himself, you know, he's staying away from everybody, and he will get questioned about it left, right, and centre. He's probably found that just the same time as we have too.
Yeah, well, Frank told me I'm not going to say anything until after the press conference, and then I'll come up and join you on Sky Sports News. So Frank Warren is going to come and tell us some of the developments later on. A couple of things that are worth mentioning there. You say it's speculation, but it's a reputable source. The Ring magazine is owned by Turki Al Sheikh, so it's not fake news. You know, he obviously is seeing the doctor. The other side of that is, if they're seeking a replacement, this is not like the Josh Padley situation that we've just been talking about, where you've got to find a world-ranked opponent who can make the weight. Heavyweights can be any weight, so, you know, heavyweights in training. I think of the Frank Warren card that they announced last week that involves all of those heavyweights who are in training, all Brits. Someone like Fabio Wardley, does he answer a call? You know, it's a big risk because there isn't a world title on the line.
I get that. Your Fabio Wardleys, these Moses Atami, these guys will not do this at short notice because they have big ambitions about their career. So to take it, that's not in their favour. I'd be very surprised. The only fighter, I'm telling you, that would do that is Bacoli. He's the only fighter that said, "Let me do it." But he's the only fighter that whose name won't come out of anybody's mouth. He's in the Who Needs Him club. This guy, all the things he's shouted about, all the heavyweights that he's done, not one of them said he's lying. So therefore, he's a guy that they'll avoid like the plague. But no young fighter that's coming through that's potentially going to be in that heavyweight landscape is going to stand at short notice. It won't happen. I'd be very surprised. Or it'd be bad management by their manager.
Or Daniel Dubois passes the doctor's appointment, and you know, he weighs in tomorrow and the show goes on. One thing worth saying is, I feel pretty stupid for saying this, that would be a hammer blow for British boxing fans, but the quality of the card will last crescendo. By having all of these fights of this quality, it isn't the top of the bill fight. The card goes on. Something like Buatsi Smith would perhaps be elevated higher up the bill, the fight that was going to start the night. But just to reiterate, that is the news that broke just moments ago. Daniel Dubois has been taken sick and is being evaluated by a doctor back at the Fight Hotel across the city of Riyadh. He will not be attending the final press conference on the ground here in Riyadh. And we await news, and we will bring news to you on Sky Sports News as soon as we have it ourselves.